if you are wondering how to use slang in your test, I strongly advise you to stop whatever you're doing and watch this video to find out. Hello again and welcome back to Blimey English. Today we are going to see another one of my articles. We're going to read through one of the articles I have written, and this one is going to be about slang. Yes, that's it. So I'm going to read it through with you so then you can get to know what is slang and how to use it in your test, right? So slang is a type of language that is regarded as colloquial, informal, being more common in spoken than written language, right? The use of slang is another valuable strategy you could have during your speaking test. It will not only take your speech to another level, but allow your examiner to notice that you have a great command of the spoken language as well. One relevant thing to have in mind, though, is that slang must be perfectly used, so the sentences are meaningful and coherent. So, if you are wondering how to use slang in your test, I strongly advise you to stop whatever you're doing and watch this video to find out. I have prepared some fantastic slang words and expressions with examples for you to try and practice in your talk. Let's see them. The first slang word could not be other than this one here, Blimey. So Blimey is also part of the name of my profile, right? And Blimey, it's a British slang used to describe excitement, surprise, right? It could be replaced in the place of, oh my God. You know, when you are surprised with something, when something you were not expecting that, it could be something very good, right? So you say, oh my God. So in British English, we say, Blimey, something that you are not expecting or something that surprises you. And just for you to know, because I want to explain this in a very clear way before I go to the examples. The reason I've chosen this word to represent the name of my profile, of my business, is because Blimey, being a word for excitement, is the type of feeling that I want people to experiment when he's really talking English. That's the feeling I want them to feel when they listen to you talking. That's the type of English I want to teach you how to use in your test. All right? So let's start with the examples. The example one, Blimey, I can't believe he did that. So again, it could be used as, oh my God, I can't believe he did that. Example two, Blimey, that was fast, wasn't it? So you see, the pattern, it's always used to describe the emotions of surprise, right? And let me tell you another thing about this one. And not only about this one, but some common expressions and similar expressions to that one here. The reason people say that, Blimey, is because sometimes they wanted to use religious expressions such as, oh my God. But to some people, it might be a bit not embarrassing, but offensive because you would be saying the God's names in vain, right? So in order to be more polite or to not get embarrassed, people started saying words that are a bit different, right? A bit changed, like this one. Blimey, back in the day, it used to be God blind me, meaning, oh, I cannot believe that. Please, God blind me. See? But then, being that a religious expression, that's something that someone could think a bit offensive or saying God's name in vain, they started changing it, right? So now they say Blimey. Another example would be the other British word crikey. It's also a word used for excitement or surprise, but Back in the day, it used to be Christ, but they don't want to say Christ because for some people it could be offensive, right? Another example would be gosh instead of God, right? Oh my gosh, oh my God. Do you get it? It's good to know these things, right? I like this type of knowledge. I don't know if you like, but that's definitely my cup of tea. Okay, let's go see the second one. Bloke. Bloke is another British slang, and it means a man, a random man. It's an informal way to say him. In American English, you can hear the equivalent as dude. For example, do you know that dude that did that thing? In British English, we'd say, do you know that bloke that did that thing? See? It's just how language is complex and different, right? So I've got two examples here for you. Example one. Last year, I met a bloke in the pub and he introduced me to this type of music. It could be interpreted as I met a man, right? Last year, I met a man in the pub. So as some people say, you don't meet a man in the pub, you meet a bloke, right? Example two, there was a bloke there. I can't remember his name. See? It's a good one to know too. Okay, let's go see the third one. Chips. So this one has been causing problems in many people's minds because chips is another British slang and it means fried sticks of potato. The confusion comes from the fact that in American English people call it French fries or simply fries. So what Americans call fries or French fries, in British English we say chips, right? Example one, I think we could order some chips first. Meaning, I think we could order some French fries first. Meaning, I think we could order some potato sticks first. Example two, I could definitely use some fish and chips now. I'm starving. Which is quite true. Okay, let's go see the next one. Crisps. So crisps, that one here also cause problems between American and British speakers, right? Crisps is a slang for very thin slices of potato fried and eaten cold as a snack. I will repeat that for you. Crisps is a slang word for very thin slices of potato fried and eaten cold as a snack. That's what people in America call chips. So see the confusion here? What British people call chips, in America they call it French fries. But what in America they call chips, in British English they call it crisps. It would be something like Ruffles or a tube of Pringles, right? That would be crisps. Example one. Hey, do we have any crisps here? Example two. You can't eat crisps all day long. All right, let's go see the next one. Bagsy. Bagsy. So bagsy is the British way to claim something, like to go in the front seat of a car, right? In American English, you will hear people saying this action of taking the first seat of the car, the front seat of the car, as riding shotgun or simply shotgun. Is used to claim something first. Let's say that you're going to go out, right, for a party or to go to a restaurant, I don't know, and then you want to go in the front seat. And then you could say, in American English, you'd say shotgun or I'm riding shotgun. But in British English, you'd say bagsy, right? Let's say another example let's say that you want to sit on one chair at the table, right? And then when everyone's coming, you can say, backseat that chair. See? I've got two other examples here for you. Example one, we're ready to set off. The car is ready. Backseat. See the meaning? And example two, we went to watch a film in the sitting room, but he backseat the best place of the sofa. And example two, we went to watch a film in the sitting room, but he backseat the best place on the sofa. So that's the meaning of it. When you want to claim something for you, you can say bagsy. And just out of curiosity, a sitting room in the UK is what Americans would call a living room, right? The place at which you can watch television or gather with your family or your friends, right? A sitting room. Let's go see the other one, the next one. Chuffed. I like this word. I like this word very much. Chuffed is another British slang, and this one is used when you are excited to bits, absolutely thrilled about something. If you are more than happy, more than excited, you can say that you're chuffed, right? I give you two examples. I'm chuffed today, just got my immigration visa. That was exactly what I felt when I got my immigration visa. Chuffed. And example two, I can remember the day I passed IELTS. I was chuffed. And I am pretty sure you feel like that on the day you get your results, don't you think? Tell me down in the comments. All right, let's go see the next one. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. So if something is not difficult to do, you can say that it's easy peasy, right? Meaning that it's simple to do. You can also say the variation, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Can you do that? Can you say that? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's what they say. If something is quite easy, quite simple to do, it's easy peasy. Or another expression, a similar one, would be a piece of cake, right? That's it. I've got two examples for you. Example one, she's been preparing for the test for ages. When it came, it was easy peasy. So when you prepare very hard for something, when you prepare very well and thoroughly for something, it's likely that that thing is going to be easy peasy, right? Example two, go on then, do it. It's easy peasy. Let's go see the next one. Full of beans. Full of beans. To be full of beans means to have lots of energy, doing a great amount of activity without getting tired. I've got two examples for you. The kids are full of beans today. Look at them running through the house. See, that's a common thing that's a common slang expression to refer to children when they are very active, right? They are full of beans. Example two, you haven't stopped since I got here. You're full of beans, aren't you? Again, if someone is very active and doing lots of things, you can say that they are full of beans. Let's go see the next one. Kip. Kip. Kip means a short nap, right? Intended to rest. It's the British version of snooze. That's what Americans would say, snooze. And I've got two examples for you. Example one, I think I need to have a kip right now, meaning I think I need to rest for a bit now. And example two, I was just sitting here and then I said to myself, why not to get a kip? Did you have a kip today? Are you planning to have a kip today? Tell me. Let's go see the next one. Leg it. Leg it. I also like this one. Leg it means to run, especially in order to escape from something or somebody. So I've got two examples for you, and I'm pretty sure you're going to recognize the meaning very clearly. The first example is, we had time to hear them shouting to the others, leg it, leg it. So in that case, imagine that you are sleeping, right? And then you hear some noises inside your house and you wake up, right? Startled, and you start looking for things. And then when you notice there were two people running away, right? They were inside your home, they were running away, or they were attempting to enter your home, to break in your home, but they ran away. And you could hear them say, leg it, leg it. Maybe it's because you woke up and now they needed to run, right? Example two, they saw the police and legged it down the street. See? It's a very nice expression to use when you're going to describe situations in which you or someone needed to escape quickly from something or someone, right? Let's go see the other one. Mate. Mate. Mate is a word used to refer to an acquaintance or a friend, usually as a greeting or sign of affection. It's the British version of the word buddy. In American English, they would say buddy, right? But in British English, we'd simply say mate. So, example one, all right, mate, all right, mate. Just to make a quick explanation here with this example, all right, mate. So, all right, in British English, this word, this expression, is simply a synonym for hello, right? It's not, I'm not asking you, are you all right, right? I'm just saying hello, right? In American English, this is not that common, so people can get confused if they hear someone say, all right, mate, all right. But in British English, this is quite common. Like, hello, mate, this is quite common, right? And example two, hey, let me introduce you to my mate here. So let me introduce you to my buddy here. That's completely the same thing here, right? Mate, buddy, it's a friend, right? Or an acquaintance you have, someone that you know, and you are fairly close to that person, so you can say that you are mates, right? Then we've come to the other one, Swords law. Swords law. This is used to refer to a situation in which something bad that could happen actually happens. If something generally bad can happen, it will. That's what they say. This is the British version of the expression Murphy's Law, right? You know, when we believe that something bad can happen, and indeed it happens, so we can say, well, Swords Law, right? If something is likely to happen, then it will. That's what this law says, right? Example one. Oh, I knew this was going to happen. You know what they say, mate. Swords law. See? And example two, be prepared for the possibilities because you don't want to see Swords law in action. Meaning, you don't want that thing to really happen. The thing that you are foreseeing as possible to happen, right? That's the meaning of it. Okay, let's go see another one. Fit. So fit is a British slang term for someone who is very attractive, extremely good looking, nice looking, right? Example one. After all these years, I haven't seen her and she's still fit. Or, example two, the women were talking about how fit the bloke was. See what I did here? Using the other expression, the other slang word, bloke. So that's it. Fit is another word that you say when someone is very attractive, you can say that they're fit, right? Let's go see another one. I get it. I get it. So I get it is a slang term for I understand it. Usually it's used amongst people who are acquainted with themselves, right? You can say to your friend, let's say that they are explaining for you how something happens or how something should be done. Then say, all right, I get it, meaning I understand it, right? Example one, and indeed that's the one. All right, I get it. Thanks for explaining, right? Example two, and that's the way we do it. Do you get it? We can also use that one as a question. Did you get it? Did you get it? Meaning, did you understand? Right? Let's go see another one. Same here. Same here is basically another way to agree with someone, to also say that thing but without repeating, right? It's an informal way to agree with someone. Example one, I've had difficulties with the exams. Same here, meaning I also have been finding some difficulties with the test, the exam, right? Example two, it was very nice to meet him. He was so helpful. Same here, meaning I agree, he was indeed helpful. Let's go see the next one. My bad. My bad. This expression is the informal version of my mistake. It's used to demonstrate that you misinterpreted or took something wrong, that you misunderstood something. For example, example one. Oh, I forgot the time. My bad. Example 2. I know you were waiting for me, but I needed to do something first. My bad. Meaning, my mistake, right? You can be even a bit sorry for that. Let's go see the next. No big deal. No big deal. This is an informal way to say it's not a problem, right? You can also see this one as no biggie. No biggie, meaning it's not a problem. It's all right. Example 1. Hey, thanks for helping me. That's all right. No big deal. Second one. I'm so happy you found that for me when you were traveling. Hey, no biggie. That's another way to say, oh, that's all right. It's not a big thing. That's not a big problem, right? Let's go see the next one. Chill. Chill. This is an American slang used as an informal way for relax. And you know that I appreciate some TV series, right? And one of my favorites is Lost. I don't know if you have watched it. If you haven't, here is my recommendation for you. But do you remember Hugo back there in Lost? Hugo would always say, chill to other people, like, relax. There was a time there was Hugo, Sawyer, and Jack, if I'm not mistaken, if my memory serves. And Jack and Sawyer, they're starting to argue with each other, and then Hugo say, "Hey guys, chill," meaning relax, right? And in fact, this is my first example here. Look, "Hey guys, chill," meaning come on, relax. Example 2, I just want to chill out a bit here. So to chill out would be to relax and calm yourself down, right? Let's go see the other one. Cheesy. Cheesy. So cheesy means silly in an exaggerated way, right? Usually in romantic context. So if you are fancying someone or dating someone, you could say something cheesy, something exaggerated in a silly way. You can also say the word corny for that one. And I give you 2 examples. The first one, I didn't like that film. It was too cheesy for me, meaning that film was a bit exaggerated in a romantic way. I don't like it. Example 2, she was so in love that ended up being corny, that ended up being cheesy, right? She was saying things in an exaggerated way, okay? Let's go see the next one. Sacked. Sacked. I like this word too. Sacked means to lose your job. In American English, they say fired. If you're fired, you lost your job, right? But in British English, people say sacked or to sack someone, right? And I give you 2 examples. Example 1, did John get sacked too? Meaning, did John get fired too, right? Example 2, I've heard they got... Example 2, I've heard they got sacked last week. Meaning, I've heard they got fired last week, right? They lost their jobs. Okay, let's go see the next one. Hang out. Hang out. This is a common expression and it simply means to spend time with someone, right? I've got 2 examples for you. Do you want to hang out after class? Meaning, do you want to spend some time, do something after class? Example 2, they were hanging out all day long. They were spending time together all day long, right? Let's go see the next one. I'm down. I'm down. So this one, to be down in this context, means to be able to do something, to join doing something, right? Example 1, hey, we're going to swim after school. Do you want to come? And then you can say, I'm down for it, meaning I'm able to do it. I want to do it, right? I'm going to join you. Example 2, we should go out tonight. What do you think? I'm down for it. I want to go. Let's do it. Let's go for it, right? Let's go see the other one. Oh, I like this one here. I like this one. A blast. A blast is an expression that means a great time, a very nice event or a very nice time, a very nice party as well. So if you have a blast, you'll have a big time, right? Example 1. Last night we had a blast, meaning last night we had a great moment. And example 2, let's go. They're having a blast there, meaning let's go there. They're having a very, very nice time there. Let's go see the other one. Pig out. Pig out. This one is funny. So this means to eat a lot, usually more than expected or more than you should. And I give you 2 examples here. I pigged out last night. I shouldn't have done that. That's quite true in many situations, isn't it? Example 2, these family gatherings always make me pig out. I can't stand this. Okay, let's go see the next and last one. Wrap up. Wrap up. To wrap up means to finish something you're doing, right? It's what your examiner does when you're answering to the part 2 question of your IELTS speaking test and they ask you a follow-up question. That follow-up question is to wrap up the conversation, right? To finish that conversation. Example 1. Your examiner will wrap up the talk with a follow-up question. See? Example 2, we are going to wrap up in 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, we are going to finish this. Okay? Whew. Blimey, that was good, wasn't it? If you liked one of those slang words or slang expressions, then feel free to practice them, take notes, and try. That's your time to try. Before the exam, you don't want to try anything new there in front of your examiner because you might be wrong. But before, at this time, when you're preparing, that's your time for trying doing new things, right? So if you liked one of those slang words and expressions, pick them, choose them, and try to use in your daily conversation. So eventually you'll be able to use in your exam as well. This is time for me to go now, and I see you in the next videos. Cheers!